fight fans! I know I'm muted, CD. That's for a reason. Okay, let me get myself off of volume for Twitch. All right. How you doing, everybody? Sorry about the text issues. You guys should know anytime you've got me doing restreaming, there's gonna be shenanigans. So, I said yesterday there was a 9 and a 10. Mariah rescheduled to Saturday. So we're going to do a doubleheader instead. So on the right, we have Power Level Engine going against the man that probably rocks socks and Phasmophobia, the man who dunks on ghosts, and his name is ghostDunk. And and that's on the left side. I can't tell the difference between left and right now. And on the right, we have the man who believes that we all have a Hera basement mirror shield in our hearts. A man who believes that we need bees and Z2. Homewrecker. Going against someone that brings light into everyone's life, and that is Sparkles. So we've got two sets of great people. And I have even better news. We have the master of upstab, even though it's the third-rate stab. Our resident master of disaster, running everybody's seeds. We've got Animus United on co-coms. Everybody is starting up. Here we go. For our tracking team, we've got All-Stars. We've got Warlock, who's going to make everything poof appear for you. And we have the Queen of Hera Basement Landia, Royale with Cheese. So pay homage. And Animus, what did you roll for us?
Well, it looks like everyone is going straight for our graveyard, which has a 1-up. So I think people were hoping for a P bag of some sort, but not to avail. I think we're going to have some separation early on, as some folks are going for the forest tile. ghostDunk is going straight for our first town, which is going to be able to get a quick free spell here, so that's always nice. It's Reflect, so I think everyone's certainly going to be picking this one up, one of the 2 to 3 hard required spells that our runners are all going to go for today, which is Reflect, Thunder, and Fairy. So picking up Reflect early is really nice, because that tends to be one of those spells that can ruin a seed if you're not able to enter P4 correctly without it, because you don't want to double dip P4. That can certainly be a no-no. But yeah, I see a grass tile nearby as well, so that's going to be a quick item, I think. Oh no, I was mistaken. That's not the grass tile. That's
Animus, you didn't roll a baby seed, did you?
Oh, that is the grass tile. Yeah. I was looking at a different screen. So yeah, we got a quick grass tile. Also, we've got a connector from the west to the east as well, so that's pretty nice.
Yes, Sparkles, and Sparkles is throwing down with a Feraligatr and is about to catch a beatdown if they cannot defeat it. But it's dropping 150, so that is something good.
So that's a flute on the grass tile, and that's always nice to pick up as well, because Three-Eyed Rock, River Devil, I doubt the River Devil is going to come into play, but Three-Eyed Rock has certainly been coming into play.
Now listen here. The River Devil is one of the greatest NPCs in the Zelda franchise. Of course, it's totally going to be required.
Ooh,
and chat knows it.
That is a 500-point P bag, and I see another P bag as a drop as well on Sparkle's side. Let's see how much that's going to be worth. This is a little tricky to grab without downstab, but you can grab it. But Sparkles is just going to elect to not take the time to grab it.
This is a time in which you need downstab, Animus, not that icky upstab. Yuck.
I would like to point out you can perfectly grab that without down stab, so down stab once again useless. But anyways,
Yeah. Oh, them's fighting words, man. Fighting words.
Anyways, it's gonna be interesting to me to see if anyone tries to dip the east early. Now that we have the flute, we saw the water tile as well, but with no boots, not gonna be able to pick up that item either. So yeah, so no convoluted Death Mountain pass through to be able to get to the east today. Pretty straightforward, right next to start too. So that's always pretty nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of feedback so far. We don't see our logical access into dungeons. For those that are unfamiliar with the Zelda 2 Randomizer, in order to get logical access to dungeons, you need one of either the fairy spell or the any key. So early on, that's what our runner is going to be looking for. Is one of those two key items in order to get the signal, hey, let's go do dungeons right now. Because there are not enough keys inside the dungeons to account for all the key doors. So that's something to keep in mind as well. ghostDunk has
Here's
found
something
feedback
to
caves.
note, too. If you look at Homewrecker, he found a magic container. So that's always good to find, especially if you're going to start, dipping any palaces needing fairy. Because how many times have we got really shot in the foot trying to cast fairy? I just got such a wonderful DM just now.
Yeah, it might be in this P-Bag cave. Yeah, with 4 runners today, I'm definitely going to be missing a lot, so apologies in advance, chat. Yeah, it was in this P-Bag cave. So we got a magic container inside a P-Bag cave, flute from the grass tile, and the P-Bag from Medicine Cave. So some nice things early on. Haven't seen any boulders yet, so Hammer might not be blocking any of our western item caves yet. That can happen, but we don't see that as of yet. Yeah, looks like our runners all have pretty good levels too. levelengine has attack 4 already, but looks like Sparkles and ghostDunk both have attack 3 with magic 2 and level 3. So some pretty good levels early on. Pretty good
Yes.
pace.
This is a very generous seed when it comes to, actually leveling up. And levelengine just kind of noped out.
Yeah, I believe that was P2 or I didn't check. That might have been P5 actually. So yeah,
That's all the more reason to dip it. It's P5, yep. I think, because my Goomba tingly senses are going up.
Yeah, our tracker is confirming Royalities. Both of our all-star trackers, Warlock and Royalities, are our trackers today, so huge shout-outs to both of them. But our tracker is confirming that is P5.
Yes, and definitely, chat, make sure you address Royale as Queen Royale of Hera Basement Landia. That is her actual title, because that's absolute royalty.
Now that is the glove on Medicine Cave, so that is absolutely gold to find early on. So
absolutely,
pretty much makes a lot of these dungeons, not going to have as much of a obstacle when you're diving in dungeons. Also, if any key or fairy is just such a pain to grab early on, it makes doing an early dive of a dungeon not seem as bad.
And wow, and we're already in New Kasuto on levelengine's side. And sorry.
I was just going to say, keep this in mind. This is a different entrance to the east, so that's a second western connector to the east in a completely different area. So that's very interesting.
And to note, New Kasuto news: Grandma is requiring 7 magic containers and basically telling our runners to get good if you want my love. And we do have the jump spell, which means that, we'll be getting the best stab, which is down stab and Mito. and the third-rate stab, upstab in the Runia when the time comes.
Well, the thing is, they're already in the east when they grab the spell, so they'll probably prioritize upstab first. The west is just out of the way, so they'll grab upstab first. But either way, something to keep in mind as well. We haven't seen the bridge tile yet, and we also haven't seen the raft tile. So because we haven't seen Maze Island yet, that could mean that the raft tile or the raft could be a
Now,
required
here's
item
the
today.
question. Level engine, so the spell is in Old Kasuto. So is he gonna go back to New Kasuto to take a look at Spell Tower since it's not that far away?
Is it castable on Magic 2? That's the big question. I guess we'll find out. It looks like Level Engine is going back, so it might be castable.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yeah, so actually, I think it was my tournament race like a week or two ago. I got mega trolled on Magic 4 with 6 magic containers. Spell was not castable. So to have it castable on 5 magic containers on Magic 2 is not a guarantee. So that's why I had to ask. But looks pretty reasonable today. Could have been done on 4 magic containers since it's 64. So that's a very nice spell. We'll see what's in here. Got a fabled heart container out of there, so...
Well, something's better than nothing, because odds are, they may find 7 magic containers, but, I doubt it. And I doubt they're going to go through all the hassle unless it's a major item. And since... basically everything they have 1 out of the 2 items that they need. Animus is like Thunder, if they need an item for Thunder, or if Fairy is locked behind the medicine and Mito, and that's all you can hope for.
Yeah, the good thing about getting it out of the way early too is because it's there. The magic container check is just right at the beginning, so it's really not that bad of a check. And also, that's just probably not a check you're gonna go for again or go for a while because of the magic container constraint. So sometimes 7 magic containers is bad to see as Level Engine finds the raft. So I was talking about the raft could be a barrier. Well, it's not really that much of a barrier, so...
Zero, he skipped shield because he's allergic to it. He's like, not today.
Level Engine skips upstab and sees Fire Town, so it is out of there, so... It's such a shame. Oh, Level Engine's going back. Nope, never mind. It does look like ghostDunk is going for shield, as he discovers that the lady is thirsty. Gotta give the lady some water. She was not able to grab the water that was just 1 foot to the left of her, so Link has to grab it for her. So good job, Link. You earned the shield spell for doing that. So great job to Link as always. For doing the most. Anyways, Sparkles finds Sunken Peabag Cave. That is going to be, at this point, I don't even think we've seen where the fairy spell is. So that could be locked behind the trophy or the medicine. I think all of our runners kind of dipped out of looking for western towns because they saw this nice eastern connector with a bunch of towns over here. So, but Sparkles finds the trophy. So, if the trophy is required, then hey, that's nice. Homewrecker picks up the jump spell. Probably going to do a spell tower check as well. Level Engine is going for the Valley of Death. No fairy, no any key. might just go ahead and dip this dungeon. He's able to make it there. Only has one more life here, so it's going to have to be careful with this last encounter, I believe. And yeah, this is actually a volcano biome. So this is actually a good scout by levelengine to figure out that's the volcano biome and try to access this other side. This other side might have actually been where the other western connector is, so I'm not sure if this is that significant, because I think our other runners can maybe just go to the other western connector, but it is good for levelengine to know that this is a volcano biome. I was interested if he was going to dip that P1, but I guess not. And yes, that was Palace 1.
You see P1, you play P1. Even if you literally have to bash someone's head in the palace in order to get a key to progress. I mean, it is Horsehead. He's not one of the, more powerful enemies.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it either way. I mean, you don't have access to keys right now. But in that spot with P1 being so out of the way, I would have considered it pretty hardly. I'll say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't pass it up, honestly. It's in West Booney Haha. Nobody is really gonna want to just go back, to P1. I mean,
keys are in the drop pool, but we have not seen any keys, Clem.
Yeah, just bash a couple of people's brains in. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Just tell them, I'm sorry, bro. I'm here in West Booney Haha. I don't want to come back. So P1, I gotta take out the horsey. And who knows, you may even get something good out of it. Like your favorite item, the child.
The child does not need to be rescued. It's just a fire spell, so...
Child abuse! Yes, but fire could be tethered to thunder.
Guma's probably just sitting on the child, so we probably won't see the child today. And levelengine finds a magic container out of Risen P-Back Eve, so I believe that's okay. So that's 6 magic containers now. So we're just one more away from that new Kasuto check. And just having magic containers early on is just a really nice, nice thing to have. I think you'd much rather have magic containers than heart containers if you were to pick between the two.
Yeah, of course. Because everything can kill you very well, especially when you get to GP and my chickens take you out. So I see that in chat, guys. My accent is not back yet. I sound perfectly normal.
I think that P2 is right next to P5, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like that was just south of there. ghostDunk has found the raft tile. I'm not sure. He does have the raft, so we're gonna get a raft check, and that is Maze Island. So, all right, this is interesting. And yeah, levelengine.
So now we get to see what 2 items we're gonna get.
Yeah, levelengine.
And that was an unfortunate upstab because they're in Darunia. Yeah.
Levelengine is confirming that the other side of the west-east connector is the other side of the volcano. So him traversing the Valley of Death early on was pretty much not needed because of that. So a little bit of an unfortunate, and maybe not necessarily time loss, but just unfortunate exploration. Homewrecker's found Bagu, so that could be something. I can't really tell what I think this is a canyon from what I could tell from the biome of the west. I couldn't really tell that much. GP is on Maze Island, alright. So Warlock is the downstab believer.
Yes, Warlock is a person of culture. Way to go, Warlock. You are top tier. A+, S tier rank. That's all we need to say.
So our last connector takes us from Maze Island to Death Mountain. So that it is that bridge tile that we see on the southwest corner of the map. So if any of our runners want to dig Death Mountain early on, hey, it's right there. Now we know where
You
it
know,
is.
Death Mountain is always fun to visit. It's one of the greatest travel areas in the Zelda franchise. It's given us some great locations. I think they need to make a bigger Death Mountain. And we have a game over on ghostDunk's side. So I
Yeah,
guess,
ghostDunk showed us that another magic container is in Maze Island, so our runners can have 7 magic containers before they even get into a palace. That is interesting. That's all accessible. We got 2 in the east, and we got 1 in Maze Island right there. So maybe Granny could be having the any key. That would be something. That's our logical access into palaces. Is 7 magic containers, any key. That'd be something.
yeah, but who needs logic? You should know by now when you got keys dropping. Forget that. And we have a raider. Thank you for coming to visit us, Bravo. I hope your stream went well. And thank you for visiting us over here in a Zelda 2 Swiss Round 3 tournament. We're having a double feature, and it's got 4 great runners. And not to mention the commentator of the century. We have Animus here doing commentary. So I'm fangirling. Yep. Even though he loves Upstab and is absolutely a lunatic for thinking that. But, everything else, Animus is top tier.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's the fairy spell. I don't know how accessible this has been, but it was an accessible town, that's for sure, as far as spells go. Fairy spell was in Saria, just across this bridge, so... trophy was needed for Thunder, and Fairy gives you the, go east to find a candle. Granny might be hoarding the candle, so... yeah, they might not be seeing Granny again, if Granny's asking for 7 magic containers for a candle.
Listen, you gotta get the candle. That's a great weapon to have in Z1, even better in Z2, because it allows you to see what is clapping your booty cheeks. So I think candle mandatory. Go give grandma a hug, 100%.
So Sparkles now, I guess Sparkles and ghostDunk, I think both have all the required spells now. Oh no, ghostDunk didn't pick up the trophy, that's right. So ghostDunk still has to get the trophy. Levelengine has made his way also to these towns, so he's going to be picking up the Thunder and the Fairy spell as well, so we'll be interested to see if Levelengine's just done. I mean, Levelengine will probably pick up Downstab, yeah, so... and that's where Sparkles is going as well. So, but probably outside of a downstab check, we saw Levelengine last week decide to go into GP without upstab. So that'll probably be it as far as towns go for Levelengine.
Irene, that's why you have bombs. You just bomb them and you just call it a day. As for the Pole's voices, just give them a total stab in the ear. Make them have to, need lots of hearing aids. And it looks like the medicine is in the west, Animus.
That's interesting. We've seen a lot of the west, so I'm curious of where that would possibly be, but I don't think Sparkle's gonna pick it up. I think Sparkle's picked up Shield already, so if you're gonna pick between the two, you definitely pick Shield over Life spell.
No, you gotta pick up Life, cause it may cure a great big old amount, like 1 heart container, for 60 magic points. Absolutely, totally worth it.
I think ghostDunk's about to pick that up then. That's what Royale with Cheese is saying, yep. Thanks to our excellent tracker, Royale with Cheese, accurately predicting where the medicine was going to be.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so we got P5 north of the bridge, and we got P2 south of the bridge. And so we saw P3/P6 in these, P1 on Valley of Death, P4 and the other P3/6. I didn't catch where they were. But other than that, that is our palaces. Because we know Maze Island has GP.
Yes. And Homewrecker just got wrecked. Oh my goodness. Homewrecker needs a mirror shield. I'm telling you. Right, chat?
Yep.
Those who are Homewrecker fans
Ooh,
already know.
That is a key immediately inside of this P5 for Sparkles. So go into palaces, grab a key.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Second key, look at this. Free keys in these palaces. I mean, folks, we didn't even need Fairy Spell. We just got all these keys.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. You go into a palace, you bash a couple of heads in, you tell them I need a key, they're going to drop a key. Bada bing, bada boom, it's all done and gone. You know, forget about looking for a magic key. You got key drops. Everything can, you know, meet thy maker. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I mean, I think unless I missed something, I think our runners are. I think Sparkles and levelengine are probably in go mode right now. Unless I just missed something weird in the east, but I couldn't really see anything that would be boot slot at this point.
But worst case scenario, they have the River Devil's best friend, which absolutely we know that the River Devil is always mandatory.
I didn't even see the River Devil, so the River Devil just might not even exist to see. Whoa! That was interesting. I don't know if you saw that on Homewrecker's side, but that EM was either hammer required or boots locked. That I've never seen that. That is wild. Folks, you never know what you're going to see with this overworld randomizer. that was a sight.
It was. We need to use your channel point command, Animus, to declare something tight, because that was definitely it. You know, just burn up and Animus's channel points.
So the Irene, the entrance to Death Mountain led directly to Spectacle Rock, and it was right next to water, which meant that you either had to have a hammer to get through or use the boots to get around it. That was really weird. I've never seen anything like that, to say the least.
I know. See, and to think you rolled a seed that had another anomaly. First we had the Shaddy Skip, and now we've got this absolutely fabulous.
Did I roll that one? I don't even remember. I didn't think I did.
Yes, you rolled it.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go.
And yeah, Animus, you're on fire. That's why I said they need to have you roll every seed. Because you roll good seeds.
Well, levelengine might be mad at me this week because he didn't want me to roll seeds, and I just rolled his next week's seeds. So now that I think about that, yeah, that's probably not good. But you know, and I'm sure it's fine. You know, he's basically in go mode right now. I'm sure nothing's weird is standing in any of our runners' way. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about.
Zero. The answer is yes. Animus rolled that beautiful seed.
I can't tell if we're in 3 different palaces or not, or I can't tell.
We're in Sparkles is in a different palace than Level, definitely.
Yeah, because of the pattern. Yeah, because sometimes the colors, depending on whatever players are running on, can be a little different. But I noticed the pattern is the same. So yeah.
Well, you know, chat'll just say I call everything the wrong color, so, you know, never depend on me for that. But, you know, you can't tell by the bricks they're buddies.
So here's the item. Okay, so this is P2 for Sparkles. I was mistaken. I thought you went to P5, and leveligine's in P5. So, that is the any key in P2. So, now that is a great find for Sparkles. In a sense, because now you just don't even have to worry about keys anymore. That's it. No key lock room. I mean, hey, that's it. So yeah, that's a really nice find for Sparkle. Certainly don't need it, but it's one of those things. I mean, why would you turn it down? That'll just save you time, save you magic. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
but
great
then
thing to have.
you miss out on the fun of beating everybody senseless. Oh no. I see things naturally with a shiny layer. What the heck? I'll tell you. The first one, P5, I don't know why they put, Guma in such a tacky palace. Because everybody is going to need to take Pepto after that. Because you know what it looks like. And it's bad all around. And meanwhile, we do have Homewrecker, who's still Dora the Exploring. Oh man, Home, you need to get in this.
I think everyone is in go mode except for ghostDunk, who just needs to pick up the trophy in the east, which that's where ghostDunk is right now. But yeah, I think Homewrecker has everything, Sparkles has everything, levelengine has everything. Sparkles has a little bit of a edge by having the any key. That's certainly not a required item for any red runner. So yeah,
No, but it does speed things up, especially considering they have not dipped any other palace beforehand.
Level hasn't picked up Thunder. That's interesting. I thought Level did pick up the trophy, but I could be mistaken. So that's interesting.
Well, if he lives here in Florida, he'll have enough Thunder for everyone, because it's been going crazy.
I'll have to check on his next magic cast to be sure. I'm not 100% certain. I saw him go into Saria, but I kind of missed if he went into Rudo or not.
And now we have Sparkles, who is in P5 as well.
And Homewrecker is going to pick up down stab as well. So yeah, so Homewrecker didn't have down stab, so that's probably the last thing that Homewrecker needed as well. Although none of our runners do have upstab, I don't believe, so I don't think any of them are in true go mode yet until upstab is required. So we'll see when that occurs.
Who needs that third-rate stab? I'm telling you, Animus, you need to get with the real stab, which is, the one and only down stab. Also, everybody get happy. Look what my Guma did. Oh, Guma, good for you, buddy.
And yeah, levelengine with attack 5 on Guma, is only on life 3, so as we saw, Guma is doing the damage on life 3, but looks like attack 5's doing pretty good on Guma. Not great, but doing pretty average.
Come on, Guma, you can do it, Guma. Come on, everybody, root for the bro. And Guma is just... My poor Guma's about to die now. Poor Guma.
Yep. Congratulations to levelengine for getting rid of Guma first, as should be done. Just get rid of Guma. Reign of Terror is over. Can't sit on any more kids. Can't sit on any more trophies or anything else weird like that.
Fighting words. Guma is a bro. Guma's like one of the best bosses in here. How could you say that, Animus? Guma is life and love.
Guma sits on children and has to be stopped. So that's what we've done. We've stopped.
That's because you always abandon them, though, Animus. Leaving the poor child. You could look at the child and just, not today, and just walk past them. Leave the poor kid crying. How could you, Animus?
It's Darunia's fault for being a bad town and leaving their kid behind. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, we have not seen P6 yet, and Homewrecker is giving us a peek at it, so that's pretty cool.
Yes. For those who are new to the Zelda 2 games, you can tell a lot about a palace by their windows, believe it or not. You have the front, the exterior, that gives you knowledge if it's like 1 and 4, 2 and 5, and 3 and 6. But the windows are a guarantee. Palace 6 has jailhouse bars. And P5, the greatest palace, has complicated windows.
I don't know if you noticed this, Krista, but we got 4 runners in 4 different dungeons. I mean, this is just great.
Yeah, we've got
in
P1,
P1,
P5, P1.
Yeah, Level Engine's in P2, Homewrecker's in P6, and Sparkles, I guess you said, was in P4. So, I mean, we got 4 different dungeons here. That is wild. That is exactly what we want to see, so that way none of us can keep up with what's going on. So this is going to be great. I love it.
Well, it's all about chaos. It's all about chaos. And both of us do thrive on chaos, even though you're a dirty upstab lover. And, upstab is never. It's never good.
Oh,
here's
the item out of P1. Speaking of trash, here's the item out of P1, and it is the 1-up. So, yeah, the P1 was not the move.
And
there's certain reasons why runners might try to menu. Sometimes it's just a little buffer window to kind of get your bearings back in order. Especially like right then when level was about to get hit into a lava pit, it's a good way to be able to quickly cast a fairy spell to give you a little time to be able to prevent you from falling.
Attack 3. My poor horsey has been sent out to pasture. Oh man, poor horsey. It hurts.
Yeah, that is a good point. I would think Level Engine has that checked marked, but I'm not 100% on it. I certainly hope Level Engine picks up this item, because if he doesn't, then that would actually... Yeah, Level Engine is going for this item. He's not skipping it, so that's good. Well, doesn't have any keys, doesn't have any magic. He might be skipping it. So that is the any key, as we know. So we'll see if he takes a death or if he goes for the item. Nope, he's skipping it. So no any key for Level Engine today.
So nothing worth farming for. Homewrecker, as the blue drop is basically worthless.
It's tough since on Magic 3, Fairy costs 78, so you don't want to do too many casts of that for sure. It's just a little unfortunate for Level Engine that free any key was there and he's not going. Oh well, maybe no, he's got to take a death in order to get through this key door. So we'll see if he considers going back for the item. I don't think he will, but no, he could consider it. Nah, he's just in go mode. He's just ready to place gems and go.
Which is kind of unfortunate, considering that having the magic key is actually pretty darn useful,
Well,
especially considering...
a throwback to his last seed, where not having the magic key actually caused him to have to farm 2 keys in his last race. In order to get through those GP key doors. So really just having the magic key would prevent him from having to do that. Oh, he is going back now, so he might be picking it up now. So how about that?
That's wonderful. That'll be a great find, and it will dip things a lot even faster. I mean, because Level Engine's basically half a step from Attack 7.
Level Engine has skipped Attack 7. He went for magic levels, so now he's at 663 now.
Oh yeah, because he needed to be able to cast Fairy more.
And that is the any key. Level Engine will be, I'm sure, ecstatic to see that. So,
And Sparkles is having such a rough time on Attack 4 against the bro himself, the man who pumps iron, takes his Flintstone vitamins, gives you a flail to the tail with its chain of pain, and which his mace is the one that hits you in the brain, and that is Guma.
Yeah, we saw Attack 5 wasn't exactly like super quick or anything like that, but it looks like Attack 4 is basically the same as Attack 5, so it's not like significantly worse than Attack 5 was. Sometimes you kind of see those level cutoff points where, like, you know, going from Attack 3 to Attack 4 is just like significantly different. Today, definitely Attack 4 to Attack 5 is virtually no difference, so it is good to know that.
Unfortunately, Sparkles took another death to Guma. Guma's making me proud right now. He didn't skip arm and leg day.
Now, here's something. Yeah, so levelengine hadn't been to Maze Island at all. Just saw it, found out it was GP up A and is out there. He might have also found out that Attack 6 is really good too. That might have been why he skipped Attack 7 as well, outside just the expensive ferry as well, because sometimes Attack 6 can, again, just be as good as Attack 7, and there's just no point to go up to Attack 7. But yeah,
I'm not saying that, because you guys will have a field day at my expense.
So ghostDunk has found P4. Meanwhile, Homewrecker is still in P6. This P6 looks to be pretty long. Have a lot of loops and such. Meanwhile, Sparkles is going to be placing his second gem down. I believe that was P5. Yeah, that was P5, right? Because we were seeing Guma.
Yes. So Guma, unfortunately, went down in a blaze of glory. You know, good for you, Sparkles. You know, but I still am gonna play some memorial songs for the bro, Guma.
Yeah, it's always great to see when Guma just goes down so easily and so quickly. So that just shows the level that our runners are running at today. So very great job by runners.
Yes, it is a great job, but you gotta feel sympathy for the bro. That's the bro, Animus.
Yeah, I don't root for NPCs that sit on children, but you know, you do you, Krista. You do you.
But you're the one who bloody abandons them. Oh my God, Animus, that's heresy. That is actually hypocritical. Guma does not ever sit on any children.
That is Darunia's problem, and yes, Guma, that's all Guma does. So Guma just...
Level just left the child too. This is child abandonment.
Right. Look at that, Level. Great job, Level. I'm proud of you, Level. Leave that child behind. Leave that child behind.
Look, in the school systems, they tell you no child gets left behind, Animus.
Good job. Yes. Thank you, Royale. Let that lazy kid go away. That is lazy kid for people that don't know. That is lazy kid's default state.
I'm sending my soldiers over to have a basement, and we're gonna take it in the name of the Darunia kid. We're taking your crown.
So every person that abandons the child today wins. So please abandon the child, everyone. That's how you win.
No, you're not supposed to do that, Animus. Oh my God, you have a kid. You are supposed to help the kid. Oh, poor kid. Imagine a poor kid is there in a mall needing help, and Animus will just go get a McDonald's McDouble and a large soda and just pass it by. Poor little kid would be starving and wouldn't share nothing to help it. Oh, Animus, how could you?
Well, I'm sure if the kid's in the mall, it's much better than being in Guma's dungeon or something. So at least they'd be having a good time. So
are you kidding? Guma's dungeon is a rave party. It's a rave party.
And let's see, what did Homewrecker pick up out of? Oh, Homewrecker gets the hammer out of
P6. He got the hammer.
So now here's the great news, Krista. I know this is what you're excited about. Homewrecker can go back to Death Mountain and traverse that if he wants to.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Go there and get yourself your I Went to Death Mountain t-shirt. It's always a great thing to have. Excellent. And ghostDunk getting denied by the door again. We'll need to take a tactical death or hope for a red jar. And kids do not get left behind in schools when they miss the call to get on their bus.
That's the thing. With P4 without a key, you're gonna have to spend a amount on Reflect in
Now,
order to be able to cast that, and then you're gonna have to cast Fairy afterwards in order to get through the door. So a lot of times you will see this where runners will have to take a death after the boss, especially on Kara, for magic's sake.
I never took the bus, Zero and Irene, but let me tell you, when school was over, the teachers were kicking my behind out the school. They were like, get out of here. We don't want you here. Go home to your mother. And it's like, oh man. Or they, kept me in detention. But it's kind of bad. And did you see Sparkles? Sparkles took the child. Good for you, Sparkles.
I saw it, I just chose to ignore its existence, so we won't talk about that, and it is unfortunate that Sparkles decided to make that clerical error, but the only good thing I will say about that is because Sparkles did pick up the child, hopefully that means that Sparkles will do the right thing and pick up Upstab, so...
Why would anyone want to pick up the garbage stab? Oh my god, no.
That is the only good thing about Darunia. Even though they leave their kids just wandering around Hyrule, they do provide Upstaff, so we'll give that to Darunia. I agree, Patrick, that they were probably in dungeon jail for a reason.
No, that's not true.
It was probably they were probably annoying someone so bad that they were just like, you know what? You're just getting blocked up. You're in detention, so you're in
No. As a person who has spent many days in detention, our detention was not like a really bad Dungeons and Dragons episode, from the 1980s. No, Animus, we do not serve detention in dungeons.
Well, it could, when high schools are looking like they're in the cemetery, you never know. You never know. Just saying.
I told you not to take me there, Animus. Now everybody who saw that stream saw me crying. And then you guys threw balls at me when you're a ghost and you just, brought me down and made me feel bad. How could you? Oh no. I told you it was like a New York public school.
Well, now to something to keep in mind is that levelengine is still only on life 3.
Level will stay life 3 going into GP, and then when the chickens destroy him, that's when he'll decide maybe life 4 might be a thing.
That's very true. Sparkle's dropped on top of the ceiling there. That was pretty interesting.
Heck yeah, when you gotta go, up, you gotta go, to the ceiling. Your parents always told you reach for the sky. Sparkles reach for the sky. Good for you, Sparkles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Royale. I think Level's pretty happy with attack 6 and is going to gym abuse to try to get life up as well. And he might have wanted to get Magic 6 up to Magic 7. A lot of times,
I think
even though
Magic 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went from Magic 6 to Magic 7. That's probably what he was doing before too, rather than taking the life levels then. So a lot of times, sometimes let's see what. Okay, so Fairy's 32. Yeah, so that's probably a lot better. Oh, he does not have Thunder. I did not notice that.
No, he doesn't have Thunder.
So Royale was right. He never picked up the trophy, I guess, and so as a result, still has to pick up that trophy from the East at some point.
Oh my god, look on Homewrecker's side. That is the weakest Barber I've seen in quite a while. That's like Diet Barber.
Look at this. Look at this great strat. Do you notice what Homewrecker is using on Barba? Look at this. It's Upstab. Look at how great Upstab.
Homewrecker, I'm making you a plando. You hear me, Homewrecker?
When you look at
this on the video on demand, I am going to make you a seed.
Look at that. That is just beautiful. Great job to Homewrecker for executing why Upstab is just the best.
Stab
Uh,
is trasharoo. You can use down stab jackhammer strats. No.
okay, well, Homewrecker did not have a key there, but Homewrecker definitely should have flown on top of the P6 boss there to avoid getting a key charge to him, because you can just fly on top of that key door and avoid having a key charge to you. But since Homewrecker didn't have any keys, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, he had no choice. I mean, I will admit that the barber fight was clean, but upstab is still trash stab.
No, that
Downstab
just
is
proved how
100%
great
great.
Upstab is. No, it just proved it. I mean, Homewrecker just had a amazing barber fight, and it was all thanks to Upstab. So thank you to Homewrecker for proving once again why
Homewrecker,
Upstab is the skillful stab.
Homewrecker, I'm gonna wreck your house. You know, you're gonna be called, instead of Homewrecker, wrecked home. No, this is blasphemous, animus.
Royale pointing out that level took Magic 8, which is
Yes,
very
he did.
interesting.
He,
We gotta see how
he's
much
thinking
Fairy
that
is.
thunder is expensive.
Well, Thunder, the Thunder spell is going to tend to go down the most from Magic 7 to Magic 8. A lot of other spells are not going to tend to go down from Magic 7 to Magic 8, but the Thunder spell will be the one that you will see that tends to take a pretty big dip. So you can see it under 50, sometimes even under 40 sometimes at Magic 8.
Sparkles showing and ghostDunk showing an excellent use of the downstab.
Yes, got back-to-back Rebo fights here, so
yes,
nicely done here. And yeah, ghostDunk is still only on Magic 2, so we saw on the levelengine side that Fairy, I think at like Magic 3 was still like 78, so... And yeah, ghostDunk still hadn't picked up the Eniki either, so he's been trudging along here. Placed 3 gems down with basically no magic, so that's some good stuff right there.
And Sparkles is just on a roll. Sparkles is like, I am here and I am going to wreck everything. So go, Sparkles.
I'm not exactly sure where the trophy is. I know it is interesting to me that both levelengine and ghostDunk have yet to find it, because I felt like Sparkles and Homewrecker didn't have too bad of a time with it. I feel like it was on this eastern side of the east somewhere.
I don't think Homewrecker has the magic key though.
I'm talking about the trophy.
Oh.
The magic key was in P2.
Yeah, level and Sparkles have it. ghostDunk and Homewrecker don't.
Yes. But as far as the trophy goes, since that is a required item, both levelengine and ghostDunk still need to find it. So I think that's what levelengine's going on a hunt for right now. I think
it's a sunken pea bag cave. I could
trophy
be wrong,
must be a sunken pea bag cave. Okay, so that's that seems to be the verdict here. Yeah, I remembered seeing it. I can't remember exactly where it was. Now that I think about it, I do remember it being in a cave. So yeah, that sounds about right. Because we know that wasn't the grandma, because none of our players have that. We know it wasn't spell, and none of our players have boots either. So yeah, it literally had to be either one of the pea-bag caves or that. And because levelengine doesn't have it right now, he might actually think that's magic container locked or boots locked, which makes things interesting.
Yeah. Especially if he looks for 7 and realizes he's probably going to get a candle out of grandma.
Yeah, so this is the interesting thing right now. Maybe levelengine just forgot or forgot that he hasn't seen all of the item caves right now. So that is interesting. Yeah, so Big Pick of Patrick saying that it was in the east side next to the transport cave. Alright, so yeah, so that's why, like I said, I feel like 2 of our runners found it really no problem. I was just a little surprised levelengine hadn't seen it, but levelengine did make a big dive to that volcano Valley of Death, so I guess he was wanting to go towards there. So yeah, I was mistaken when I said levelengine was in go mode early on. I thought levelengine did pick up the trophy, but I was mistaken. So still gonna have to pick that up, but that hasn't really stopped Level Engine from placing gems down. Already got 4 of those down already, so.
Node! I'm on it, guys. I'm on it. I'm on it. Dun, 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 dun. I'll be right with you guys.
So, Sparkles finds the desert tile. I think Sparkles had already seen that, so that's nothing new there. Yes, welcome to ZSR Radio. Don't worry, I can give the play-by-play to everyone about what is going on. So, Sparkles traversing the Valley of Death. Homewrecker traversing through a palace, as well as ghostDunk. One of them's in P2, one of them is in P5. Level Engine is going around the west. I think looking for the last palace on the west, if I'm not mistaken. Going through that famous 2-screen bridge tile that everyone loves. Yeah, home is in P5 to be more specific, and ghostDunk is in P2. All right. And now Sparkles is going to be going into P1, so that's going to be this should be a pretty fairly straightforward dungeon since it's P1. So that would be 5 gems down for Sparkles. Level Engine is in P6. So that could be. I think this took Homewrecker quite a while, so this P6 might be pretty difficult to navigate. So we'll see if Level Engine's able to figure it out a little bit quicker.
Not again. Did it freeze again?
So ghostDunk took out Helmet Head. I don't think he picked up the any key. No, he did not. The item room was just right before this, so guessing it did not explore the palace enough, so a little bit unfortunate there. And that will be the 5th. That will be the 5th gem down for Sparkles. And yes, welcome to ZSR Radio, everyone.
I refreshed it in Node. What's going on here? Let's try this again.
ghostDunk is finally taking some magic levels. After all that time, had not taken 1 magic level, so on Magic 2 the entire time. It now is up to Magic 5, so now we'll be able to feel the power of a lower fairy spell, which is what we all love to see.
No,
we can't all have vanilla shuffle DMs. We can't have that for everyone. Sometimes we just gotta have a little fun. Although I felt like this DM was a fun DM, it's just there was no reason for any of our runners to go into this, so that was the unfortunate thing. I will say this. I know this is kind of funny for me to say now, as I was, congratulating Level Engine for getting rid of the child, but because Level Engine never picked up Thunder, if Level Engine had picked up the child, then Level Engine could have gambled to see if fire was Thunder, and then that would have solved the whole trophy problem. So that might have actually worked out okay if Level Engine actually hadn't ditched the child. Since it seems like he's having a little bit of difficulty finding the trophy at this point. We found P6 on ghostDunk's side. Meanwhile, it looks like in order to get to this P6, because this is what everyone's been doing to get over there, you have to go through the famous 2-screen bridge tile. That is Yeah, so it's either the boots in order to get over here, or you would have to do this. And our runners haven't found the boots yet. I do wonder if the boots are in Death Mountain. No, that would be a funny joke. The boots are in Death Mountain. And yeah, that was kind of my thoughts as well, Patrick. Is if the trophy is blocked, yeah, if you're level right now and you can't find a trophy and you think it's blocked, like at this point, like I might have considered that at that point. Hey, maybe the fire's the thunder. We don't know what it is because I don't think Sparkles ever went back into Darunia to check that at the moment. Um, I think no. So Sparkles doesn't have to go back to the east at all. So probably is not going to get that check. As far as what the child actually is. Meanwhile, Homewrecker is taking out the Guma of the P5 boss right now. Three of our runners, Sparkles, ghostDunk, and levelengine, are in P6 right now. So, got three of our runners in the same dungeon. We got Homewrecker going at it against Guma. So, little less variety right now. ghostDunk has 4 dungeons complete. This is going to be his 5th. Levelengine, I believe this is his 5th he's going for. Sparkles, this is his 6th that he is going for. And this should be Homewrecker's 2nd gem that he's about to place as well. So, again, this P6, I think this P6 took everyone quite a while. Actually, I think everyone's in the. Yeah, Sparkles and ghostDunk are in the exact same room. That's kind of funny. And levelengine, I blinked. Levelengine made it to Barba, and levelengine has taken out Barba. Barba did not disappear. Barbara was there. He just disappeared immediately once levelengine swung his sword. So that is 5 gems down, I believe. No, that is 6 gems down for levelengine. Am I right? Yep, 6 gems down for levelengine. And now Level's gotta figure out how to get Thunder. As levelengine is going to gem abuse and go up from level 3 all the way. He's at life 7. So he's taking gems all the way up to life 7. So, and yeah, that was some nice jackhammer strats as well. Homewrecker takes out Guma. That's going to get him up to attack 5. ghostDunk and Sparkles both navigating this very long P6. And I'm going to be curious what level does now. Still needs to find that trophy. I'm going to be pretty curious as to what levelengine decides to do at this point. All right, so levelengine's found the sunken P-back cave now. So we do know this is going to be his trophy now. So yeah, it was right next to here. It is interesting how something like this, might seem so obvious, but you just get distracted. You see the 2 towns, you're like, well, this could just be a connector, this could be something else, So you just end up missing it and putting it off, and yeah, that's the trophy for levelengine. So yeah, he's up Aang, he's out there, he's gonna go to Rudo, turn in that trophy for Thunder, go straight to GP right then. So not the worst thing in the world because you have to be in the West anyway to get to GP. Just a little bit inconvenient and a little bit out of the way, unfortunately.
I am so sorry about the current freeze that's going on.
And so in P6 right now, we still have Sparkles and ghostDunk. Still navigating through this very long dungeon. As we were talking about earlier, we saw Homewrecker in P6 for quite some
Guys,
time.
if I change the scene a bit, please ignore that. I'm just going to try an experiment, okay?
So yeah, so that it is interesting how long this P6 really is. Which, you know, it is the last dungeon. Usually, we all know P5 tends to be the longer dungeon. I think ghostDunk is going to find Barba here. I think this was the room to Barba. No, I was mistaken. It was a different elevator room. It is this elevator room that Sparkles is in. So Sparkles is going to be having his 6th gem down. We might be in GP at about the same time, actually, because levelengine had to go out of the way to grab Thunder. So Sparkles and levelengine might just end up in GP at about the same time. So that's good. That's going to be really interesting. And yeah, so 1-ups are our random boss item in the drop pool. So going to be picking up an extra life for Sparkles' 6th gem placed, and Sparkles is on his way to GP. Meanwhile, levelengine is in Maze Island right now, about to enter GP. Alright, special shout out to Crystal for working through our technical difficulties during this time. So
Yeah, that's why I was so quiet. I am so sorry, guys. But it was greatly needed. So even though Animus could narrate better than Morgan Freeman, you know, I figure you guys would want to see levelengine entering GP.
Yeah, so Sparkles is probably, I didn't see, it was about 104-ish when levelengine entered. We'll see when Sparkles enters as well. But I think they'll be about a minute or two apart entering, so should be pretty interesting to see the routing that our runners take, which ways they prefer. There's a up left, levelengine not going for it. Going to take the traditional right strats. For those that don't know, as far as boss rooms, you're only going to be able to see bosses when you enter from the left to the right, or an elevator room that dips you or rises you up to a boss. So that's why you won't see as many runners go for left strats. It's considered a little bit more risky to do that. However, as I always say, when you're going for the left, there can always be an elevator at the end, so it's not really as risky as people would like to think. But yeah, as we saw, there was a interesting decision that levelengine had to make as far as a elevator at the top. Decided to go top and right, and we have another decision at this elevator. So we have quite a bit of branching paths before T-Bird so far, so this is pretty interesting.
Yes, and ghostDunk taking out Baba now, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I believe that's his, that's either his 5th or 6th dungeon, so...
It's 5th, I believe.
Yeah, so ghostDunk's been doing really good this seed. Again, I think he still had the same problem levelengine had, which is he just missed that first item cave, so it doesn't have that trophy for the Thunder spell. But other than that, he is coming along quite nicely here. Sparkles enters at around the 106 mark, so about 2 minutes behind levelengine. We'll see if Sparkles goes anywhere different than levelengine, and see which way he decides to go. I'd like to see if he would. Oh, let's go! Sparkles is going for the up left here. I want to see where this goes. And
yes, because when you bet on chroma routing and GP, usually 9 out of 10 times is right.
Yeah. So we got the chicken and waffles room here. This is a pretty infamous community room here. A lot of people can get tripped up with this, with sometimes flying enemies like to come through. I do enjoy this room. I like this design of this room. A lot of people like to talk about. A lot of people like to talk about the differences in community rooms and vanilla rooms. Believe it or not, I think.
Do you see on levelengine's side that emoji room of pain?
And as an emoji room pain of a dead end, so that is quite a painful dead end, to say the least. But anyways, what I was going to say is there's a P6 vanilla room that is glove locked on either side, and I would actually have to say that's probably the worst room in all of Z2/Rando, whatever you want to say, because with all the different flying enemies that can be in that room, that is just a very nasty room, if you ask me.
Sparkles does not need upstab yet. And upstab is definitely not the best stab. You guys are sorely mistaken.
Yeah, and that's something that Homewrecker has over Sparkles is this upstab, and I think that's going to make Homewrecker be able to go through GP 10 times quicker than Sparkles or levelengine because of just the beautifulness that is upstab. So.
Oh, come on, Animus. How could you say such blasphemous words? Oh, no. And we have Homewrecker, who is actually, unfortunately, unable to cast Reflect and has to get wrecked by Carrot. Or does he?
Yep, gotta take a quick death here to Carrot.
Yeah.
Last slide, but it doesn't matter. You got any key, you got Reflect. Reflect was kind of expensive, but again, you got any key, it doesn't matter, so.
Yeah, plus that Carrick is really weak, you know, it needs to get good.
I don't think Goomba was. I think P6 was a lot worse than P5 was, so ghostDunk might be in pretty good shape here as far as finding Goomba. Yeah, we after our first race with on ghostDunk's week 1 race, we had a discussion at the interview room, and I've noticed that he's doing a much better job this race of checking every side of the elevator rooms, because you never know when a boss is going to be there. That can be really good. levelengine finds one of the key door rooms, not the key door room that that was part of the key door room that had tripped him up last week. But you had to go through that key door in order to go through a glove-blocked key door last week on levelengine's race. So now levelengine just gets to throw up the middle finger and say, "Hey, I've got the any key. I'm just going to go right through. I don't need to do anything else. Here's my pass."
Yes. And Sparkles is making a lot of progress through GP.
The GP has a lot of elevator rooms with a lot of decisions, and this is a 4-way. This is a different elevator room I don't think we've seen on Leveligine's side, so this is interesting.
No, Levelengine is literally in the room that Sparkles was in about a room to a room and a half ago.
Oh, okay, so we got a glove-locked room up here. You know, upstab does make this room a lot easier. I will point that out, but not a glove upstab required room. And meanwhile, levelengine is going in up left and finds a elevator room in this. So could this possibly be T-Bird? Sparkle's showing us a fairy required room. Not that many runners, and really in this seed you wouldn't even think about go into GP without fairy, but it's something to consider. And up here is a upstab required room. We saw levelengine last week show off the upstab clip that allows you to skip upstab in order to get up this specific room. So
yeah,
you're gonna need to cast enough magic in order to get this done. It requires both the jump and the fairy spell, so that's what he's
and he didn't have enough for that. That's why he took the tactical death.
Yeah, it's this jump right here that can be pretty difficult. Levelengine was god mode last week and just nailed it first try, but you know, kind of doing it a little more normal now. And hey, guess what? This room is not required at all, because here is Sparkles finding T-Bird.
Yes, that path of divergence.
Yeah, so
and you gotta give levelengine credit for using the upstab, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Non-required clip.
That is a very difficult skip. That is a very nicely done by levelengine. Once again, proving that as long as it's not the true upstab required room, he is good without upstab. And attack 6, T-Bird, when you're facing off against T-Bird, T-Bird has vanilla hits as far as attack levels go. So attack 6 is definitely going to be a pretty smooth T-Bird fight, all things considering. So I think only one hit away now, and yeah, that is a hitless T-Bird fight for Sparkles. Gets an extra 1-up as well. I am curious, I don't think Dark Link's going to be but a few rooms after this. Yeah, this is Dark Link. And so Sparkles is going to be our first participant to finish today. So get your GGs out for Sparkles. It was about 2 minutes behind levelengine getting into GP, but just navigated a little bit differently and was able to find T-Bird first, and it's going to be our first place winner here tonight.
Yeah, if this was a 4-way, Sparkles would emerge victorious. But this is, remember everyone, even though you see Fatal 4-way format, on the left are the two combatants going against each other, which is levelengine and ghostDunk. On the right, you have Homewrecker versus Sparkles, in which Sparkles has defeated Homewrecker with a time of 1:14:05. Wow. Animus.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can, again, Sparkles is not racing levelengine, but anytime you can get a better time than a runner like levelengine, that makes a big statement. And I think a lot of people have been sleeping on Sparkles lately, so I certainly haven't. I've noticed the skill that Sparkles has been putting on in recent ranks. So I think this will be a pretty big wake up call for a lot of people to know that Sparkles is not playing around this tournament.
Sparkles has come such a long way that I absolutely agree with you. A lot of people like to sleep on Sparkles, but
speaking
you
of
just can't do it.
Sparkles is going to be joining us in the ZSR booth. GG's and congratulations on beating Homewrecker and also for finishing first overall. How do you feel?
Yeah.
I feel great. That went pretty well except for P5, which was a mess.
Yeah, we saw P5. We thought P6 was a little difficult. However, I don't think you really had that much trouble with P6. We saw Homewrecker early on have a little tough time with P6. But yeah, P5, even considering that, I thought you did really well.
Thank you. So yeah, P5 had that one branch that just went on forever, and it ended up being nowhere. That probably cost me 6 minutes, and then Guma just kept walking off the frame. I was like, "Get back here! I need to hit you."
Yeah, you did have a little bit of a rough time with my boy Guma, but you did emerge triumphant. And that goes to show that you are one heck of a competitor, Sparkles.
That T-Bird fight went amazing. I can't believe how well that T-Bird fight went. I went in there going, well, I have one life. I got to nail this the first time. And
no hits. You did it perfectly.
and then I took a couple risks that maybe I shouldn't have this early on, but I didn't get upstab, which I was unsure whether or not that would be a problem. I never even found the boots. Where were the boots?
No one found the boots. I think they're in Death Mountain, but we don't know.
Here's a question: Is there an item missing from P3? I swear P3 was entirely linear and had no deviation, and I don't think I found an item.
Wasn't it the child? And you took the child.
Oh, I must have not been paying attention, because I got out of there going, I didn't see any deviation. I think that was entirely linear.
Oh no! Now you're gonna make Animus happy by saying you didn't realize you picked up the child. No, because he's an ardent child abandoner.
Well, I will say Level Engine went a different way and did find an upstab locker room, so there was that room in GP. It was just not needed. And get your GGs out for Level Engine finishes first in his race against ghostDunk with a time of 1:17:38.
All right, I am
I
asking
took
about
that left because I figured I was behind at that point, so I took that first left. But then there was so much deviation later on, I wondered if there was a quicker way to get to T-Bird than the way I took.
Yeah, there was a lot of elevator rooms and decisions there for both of you. Actually, a Level Engine was in GP 2 minutes earlier, and you just went some different ways, and you were able to find T-Bird first.
Well, that makes me feel good because that's exactly how I felt I was. I was like, I gotta be running behind someone at this point, so I'm gonna go left when everyone else is going right, and maybe I can get there first.
Roma strats.
Yeah, and interesting enough, the other big difference I would say between like you and Level was that Level didn't find a trophy early on and had to go back into the east into that sunken P-bag cave to pick up the trophy for Thunder after placing 6 gems. So that was the other kind of interesting quirk.
You know, when I came across, because I actually hadn't been to pick up Thunder or had known, so I picked up trophy, not knowing what it was, and when I saw it was Thunder, I was like, oh, this is a great bounce in my favor. Like having picked that up early. The only thing I didn't find the P6 until way late in the game. I realized I'm like, well, I'm missing a whole palace on the first on the west, and I took a minute or two to actually figure out where it was on the map. And for a moment, I was wondering if it was boot locked somewhere off a coast that like I missed, and then I have to go find the boots to get there.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello, Level Engine. GG's and congratulations on beating
GG's,
ghostDunk. How do
Level.
you feel?
Well, I want to find things nice to say about my run. Well, still, I did beat ghostDunk, but I know for a fact I could have routed that better. I'm just still too busy thinking about how I could have routed that better.
Yeah, I know the trophy caught you up a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Worst thing
The
still, like, I show up in the east, and then the cave that had the trophy was just a few steps away, and I just checked it. Well, not too late, but I checked it late.
Yeah, I was a little worried that you might try to like go for the boots or go for an extra magic container or something since you hadn't found that early on. But luckily you did go back and did find the trophy, so that was good.
Well, true, but still. I would have liked to have found that sooner because eventually I see myself getting far enough into the tournament where just a mistake like that can just cost me the race.
Yeah, certainly those item locations.
You know, I'm just a simple person. I have one question for you, Level. How do you like beating an Animus seed in under 2 hours?
I actually was about to just comment on how this actually did this in a reasonable amount of time tonight. Double check to see who rolled it, and okay, it's Animus.
Yeah, you know, Animus
was actually reasonable.
So is Animus no longer banned?
Ordinary. He never was.
Yes, you banned him last seed.
Just because I said he should be banned, like that didn't mean that he was banned.
You know, he was feeling kind of bad about it. He's like, I'm not loved anymore. So this is the redemption seed to get good in your favor, Level.
I mean, I still won the other batshit insane seed from 3 nights ago. Or
I do want to point out that in both seeds you showed us and showed off a upstabless room there. So great job doing that.
Yes, that was beautiful, Level, and you proved that upstab is not required.
A lot of the time. Even when it looks like it is. If you know exactly what you're doing, then, well, not necessarily.
Take that, Animus. Down stab for life. Also, Homewrecker found an unfortunate lactastic room.
Oh, so my tracker pointing out that I think that fire might have actually been thunder today. So that is
think Homewrecker's getting close.
really interesting.
But I think he's getting close. This looks like the right path to me, unless the game overs. Okay. 3 lives. Not likely to game over then. Especially if he stays on the right track.
Yeah, I think this was the right path. Yeah, because I remember those. I remember both you.
I mean,
and
I
Sparkles
should
on
remember
this
what the right path was. I just recently did it not too long ago.
That is fair. That is fair.
I think ghostDunk might have gone down the same path I did.
Yeah, this was the dead end. Remember that?
Oh, the triple blue stalker into the dead end.
Yeah. That's a big troll.
My magic and life on one of my dips into the palace. I burned through most of my resources after finding the dead end, and let's just say I want to just try another path. I literally have to go back to the triple blue Falker room again, and decided it would just be honestly easier at that point to just restart the whole palace.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Game over on the way through. Even just trying to get back to that room I've been in already.
Yeah, I think that was a no-brainer decision as well. I guess Homewrecker didn't quite have enough for Thunder, so he's gonna have to take a death to refill
a lot of the
that
magic was very expensive throughout this.
Yes, we noticed that on level
Yeah,
side,
I should estimate
magic
gonna finish like less than 10 minutes behind me, so good on his parts.
Yeah, I noticed that Magic 3 that was 78, I believe, for Fairy. Yeah, it was. So
almost 5 full squares of magic to use it once.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And at 6, it was like.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see the cost on the other levels between.
Yeah, I can't remember at what point it actually went down, but I just remember that
the other runners did.
Yeah, because ghostDunk actually did something similar to you as well, where he was like at Magic 2 or 3 for a while as well, and then power leveled the Magic again.
To then pile on the Magic and Life later.
He went for life and attack early on and just powered Magic later, so it was quite interesting to see. And yeah, I agree, Royale. Definitely Homewrecker being a new runner, I believe, is only run for the past few months. Being able to get a sub 90 here is going to be a really great feeling as well.
Yes, Homewrecker continues to improve.
So can people please put GGs in the chat for Homewrecker?
Yeah,
he just did a T-bird too.
Yeah.
Yes, Tutor is new and pretty rough, competition, getting better. And, he did have a great Yoda-like instructor. Isn't that right, co-commentator?
Always love to see new runners try to get into Z2, so.
Yes, chat, please get your GGs and mirror shields out for the one and the only Homewrecker who did finish with a time of 1:26:56.
Absolutely. We'll see if Homewrecker wants to join us in the commentators booth as well.
There we go. You guys understand that Homewrecker loves the mirror shield.
Thanks for commenting, guys. I'm out.
Absolutely. Have a great one, Sparkles. Congrats on the win and good luck on your next round.
Yes,
Thank you.
congratulations, Sparkles. Take care. Oh, I'm seeing all this love for Homewrecker. I'm over here about to cry from all the love, you know. Yes, the master of the mirror shield, the person who wants bees and Pete, you know,
Absolutely.
and Zelda too.
Congrats on the win.
We need to bring bee mode.
Yeah, we'll see how long. I don't think it'll take ghostDunk that much longer to find T-Bird. You know, again, I saw ghostDunk 2 weeks ago take on one of the more
He just
brutal
went the
GPs you
right
could
way,
have.
and from what I'm seeing now, he is on the right track.
Yeah, I think he needs to go up this elevator and go up and
Yeah,
right.
there's like actually still 2 wrong paths he could go on. I'm assuming. Actually, no, 3.
Yeah, that does look like ghostDunk is going the right way. Yeah, it looks like ghostDunk is going to go the right way now. So
I didn't even go down the elevator in the 3-way. Nor did I go left in the room with the blocks under the surrounding the elevator.
yeah, there's
Okay,
a lot-
everybody. We've got somebody joining us. Our special guest, the master of the mirror shield himself. It is Homewrecker. Homewrecker, how you doing, buddy? GG's. This was great run for you. Sub 90.
Yeah, GG's. I mean, if I can just figure out how to not take the Palace 5 and Palace 6 World Tour, that's such a better time.
And do you know, Homewrecker, that chat has been rooting you on? They even put out their best mirror shields for you.
Oh my gosh, that's why I lost. I blame chat!
Yes. Yeah, we noticed that you took the early dive into P6 and was just finding all sorts of dead ends. Just did not look like a fun P6. I thought P6 looked a little worse than P5 to me today.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I found every dead end in Palace 6. I think I did the complete full tour of that place. But I got keys out of it, so...
Okay, it looks like ghostDunk has decided to retire because the controller decided to commit seppuku. So, let me ask if ghostDunk is going to be coming and joining us.
Yeah, still very much enough goes on the right path.
Yeah.
Unlike last night, this was not a terrible seat, Trails. Asking if this was a terrible seat. You got your fix like 4 days ago. If you were watching me play Power, you got more than just your fix.
We did see, I don't know if any of y'all saw this, I can't remember who saw this, but we saw a very interesting Death Mountain where as soon as you entered, you were immediately hammer-locked by Spectacle Rock. And so you either needed the boots or the hammer. It was one of the most interesting Death Mountain entrances I've ever seen. I think it was you that saw it, right, Homewrecker?
I did see that. That was just, I mean, that was funny.
I want to see it, though.
Oh, yeah, you had to go all the way through Maze Island to follow the bridge connector, and that's where it put you. And I just, when I saw that, I laughed, and I was like, well, I'm never going here ever.
I mean, I've seen my Death Mountain entrances just lead to isolated areas with nowhere else to go, sure, but never like the Spectacle Rock just outright blocking you from actually exploring it in the first place.
Yeah, I've never
seen it
either.
I'd like to introduce our newest guest, the man who dunks on ghosts all the time. ghostDunk, what's up, GG's?
Not much. Correct you though. I am a ghost who dunks. But other than that, GG's. That worked out pretty well. I don't know. I must have been missing something, or I just did things so out of order. What's that? Oh, GG's. Yeah.
Also, like, who was missing what?
I got to GP, I think, way later than everybody else.
I think the big thing, it was both you and levelengine had this issue, is you both missed Sunken Peanut Cave right next to the west to east connector, and that had the trophy. which
one
led
of
to
the
Thunder.
was the one that put you on the east half of the east.
Right, that one.
That cave was there?
Because it was like the nectar cave east.
And also, Royale pointing out too that in P2 the any key was there, and you were unable to find it, and everyone else was able to find it.
Okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense. That's rough.
I mean,
I'm mad that I missed that the trophy.
Of course, not knowing it wasn't surprised to see that it was.
But I think you really did. Like, I noticed from 2 weeks ago when you had that really tough GP. I think you did a lot better of a job overall in this seed, especially around palaces. I think certainly if GP just played a little nicer, you could have definitely gotten a sub 90 as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm pretty happy with how things went today. I was just curious. I think I think those two things were big.
Yeah, I think that was the only two big differences. I didn't see anything else really that drastically different as far as what with you and the other runners today.
I don't know if that GP had multiple ways to T-bird, but that was a really long go right track and then go up one elevator. Like, that felt, it didn't seem difficult. Like, the rooms weren't terrible, but it just felt really long.
Yeah, there might have been multiple ways. I don't know, but yeah, there were a lot of paths. That's for sure.
Animus said I was a few rooms away, and I definitely took an early left to get that way. So I think there were multiple.
Okay, I took the long way then. That makes sense. The seed seemed like the story of go into a palace and go left, and I did a lot of going right, and felt like I saw a lot of palaces because of it.
I just wanted to hop on and thank you guys again. It's incredible. We get so many people volunteering their time so often to do tracking and commenting and restreaming, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always so happy to feature 4 just outstanding runners today. So thank you very much for joining us, and good luck on your next race next week.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see who I can hear next week. I think we've got to wait all the way till Sunday, though.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing that as well. And good luck to you on your next race as well, levelengine.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Hey, have a great one.
Okie dokie, Animus. Do you have any last words that doesn't include child abandonment and upstab love?
That I think that about covers it. Always abandoned lazy kid, and upstab is the way. So other than that, I believe you said that we were going to be rating J-Joe's doing their first Z2R. So that sounds great.
So I'm going to close out everything. First, I need to thank our wonderful runners, all 4 of you. For those who are not following them, please give them a big old follow, because they are absolutely fabulous. We've got Power levelengine, we've got the bee-loving Homewrecker, we've got ghostDunk, and we have Sparkles. So definitely give them a follow. If you want some chaos, then you can follow the commentary team and you'll get lots of arguments and lots of fighting. It's always fun time. Our trackers, thank you so much to Warlock and to our Queen Extraordinaire, who I will annex to my kingdom for saying upstab is the best, Queen Royale of Hera Basement Landia. So, here's what we are going to talk about before we raid Mr. J-Joe and give him some love, because that's what we are all about in the Zelda 2 community, and that is what's coming up next. So tomorrow, 2:00 p.m., we have the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 5 Tournament, Winners Bracket Round 2, Koala vs. Armageddon. We've also got a 2:10 Skyward Sword Randomizer Season 2, Switch Round 1, Jasnix vs. Gymnast, At 3:10, we've got another Skyward Sword Randomizer Tournament between Kit Kat and Battle Cats. At 4 o'clock, we have the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 5 Tournament, Winners Bracket Round 2, and that's Fig versus Gold Quiver. Now here's the moments you guys have been waiting for, the juicy Zelda 2 tournament. And that's going to be at 7 p.m. And we're going to have Paratrooper versus one of our commentary extraordinaires, the one and only Night Shifter. So, tomorrow, you can't miss it. And to close it out, you know, we have 9 p.m. Warlock, who was our tracker extraordinaire, versus Tiberius. So we're going to have a Duke Fest among those four. And that's going to be at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we have Link to the Past NMG. But most likely than not, you guys are going to be watching the Zelda 2 tournament. But it is Dark World Round 4, Foxless versus Kaznode. And midnight, which you know I'm going to be the one who's restreaming that bad boy, Team Insomnia. And that is Z2R Swiss Round 3, Jay Coper versus the man who made Barba yeet out the Shaddy Skipmeister Shaddy. So that's what's going on tomorrow. I want to thank all of you on behalf of Zelda Speedruns for coming to visit us, chat, and for all the support that you guys give us. Without you, we would not be here. So let's go ahead and let's raid Jaijo or Jaeho 36. And here's the code that you guys are going to use.
I believe it's Jaijo.
Is it Jaijo? Okay. You know, I'm Cuban, man. That's, you know, it's Jaeho. And it's a great name. So we're going to raid his channel. The code for you guys to use is going to be Happy First Rando. That's how they, you know, they're going to understand that we're showing nothing but support. So I want to say on behalf of my great co-commentator, who I absolutely adore doing commentary with, Animus, we wish you the very best. Have a wonderful night. Take care.